Well, good day, my friends. I am in Southeast Ohio, and I read about a Hollywood prop museum that actually had, or has, and has restored the original face from the truck of Maximum Overdrive, the Stephen King directed and written movie story. Hopefully we'll get to see that today. Days with Jordan the Lion begins now. The story behind this piece is awesome, and I've wanted to come check it out for like the last 2 years since I read about it. I love the movie, and the story is kind of funny, but there's a really great scene where Stephen King is actually the actor, and he's at an ATM, and the ATM is calling him an a-hole, and he's like, honey, this machine called me an a-hole. You pretty much know what direction the movie's going from there. Kind of cool, on the side of this trailer, it has the history of the face for going all the way back to when they originally made it as one of the trucks that comes to life. Very fun story. These trucks come to life and these machines start attacking humans. So it shows 1985, the framework right there. And then in 86, when they used it in the movie, it was the Happy Toys truck, if you remember. And there you can see the glowing face, and Emilio Estevez ends up destroying the truck. Then in 87, it ended up in a junkyard and started to deteriorate, and then as you can see here, this is the great part of the story. 2011 to 2013, this man spent every evening and weekend for 2 years restoring it in his garage. It was finished in 2013, and a week later unveiled to the public, and 2021 professionally painted. There's the cast. You can see Emilio Estevez up there. What did you say this was?
From Sahara, with Matthew McConaughey and Penelope Cruz.
It's one of the 5 that fell through the floor.
She fell through the floor of the old ship and landed on top of some skeletons, and this is one of them.
So we actually got here, and you're telling me this is a work in progress, but you're letting me see some of the stuff you have out here, which is, this is a Jeff Bridges piece.
That's his hero costume from the Seventh Son. There was a TV series called Power, and they killed this dude's dog in there, and this is the dog that they made.
Oh wow!
To look, its neck is slit. I got it in here to try to keep it.
Oh
from
yeah,
drying
yeah.
out. But it's soft. I mean,
interesting.
Every hair is
prop.
hand punched.
Now this one was a cool one you showed me. You have the hero football from The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler.
Correct. That's a lamp from The Grinch.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
That's great. Yeah, this football, you were telling me that you were trying to just kind of have it looked at by Wilson, and they really didn't want to...
I didn't want to leave my son.
Yeah, they didn't respect it as a movie prop. But I was telling you that a good friend of mine was the heavy guy in there, Joey Diaz, and he got that was his first movie, was being in The Longest Yard with Adam Sandler. He went and got some clothes at a sporting goods store, filmed his own video, and they cast him, and so that's kind of a cool prop that you have.
This is the key prop from the movie. That's what the certificate from the studio says.
And you said you have Chris Rock's shirt from that movie as well?
Yeah, I've got his shirt, and I also have one of the prison guards' football uniforms.
Shanghai Knight sword right there on display. And then you said all the photos up here are like people that you're just friends with.
Yeah.
The Incredible Hulk, Sid Haig, The Exorcist. Got some good friends. Oh, you said this is from Bedtime Stories?
Yeah, it's one of the aliens.
Wow.
This old man Mask here is from Lords of Dogtown. You into wrestling?
I'm a big wrestling fan.
Okay, it is here.
The Big Gold. Signed by Dusty Rhodes.
Yep.
Batista.
Yeah.
Bret the Hitman Hart. Rey Mysterio. Nice. Wow, you got a lot on there. Brutus the Barber Beefcake Kane, Greg the Hammer Valentine. That is Sergeant Slaughter. And that one, Jeff Hardy. Wow, good collection. She's a friend of yours?
Yeah.
That was American Horror Story?
Yeah.
Play with me. That's cool. Signed. And you said that a friend of yours actually made this and he was in the class and signed it.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
He gave her some tips and stuff as she was doing it.
It's cool to see that. I love anything Dr. Seuss. Cool for Scoundrels. John Heater's Rubber Lobster. There's one of the gold coins from Sahara with Matthew McConaughey. When you open the museum, how many pieces do you say you have?
800 movie props.
Oh, 800. Oh, wow. Nice.
Sometimes little, some not. You know, it's a lot of it's clothing.
There's Lita Ford, and you were telling me you're good friends with Lita Ford.
Yeah. Okay.
Eric Singer used to drum for her.
Oh, he's from Maximum Overdrive. It's
Yeah.
Leon Rippey.
You have a picture of Lita wearing the shirt?
There's Gene Snitsky. One of my favorite shirts, buddy.
That's Lita. Yep. There's Lita wearing your shirt. That's cool. How did you end up finding it, or did you get a tip where it was?
Well, all my family lived down in North Carolina where they filmed it, and my brother called me up one day. He's like, hey, you might want this for your video store. I'm like, heck yeah. So I called the guy up, drove down.
Did they just trash it?
Well, it was totally destroyed. Let me get something to show you.
Oh, wow. Man, yeah, that was wrangled up.
The whole jaw was gone. The top of the ear was burnt.
I mean, that's such a cool prop. I'm surprised they didn't have more than one, but...
They had another one.
They did?
It sat on the back lot forever. They never used it in the movie. King stood in front of it when he made the trailer. There's a guy that has it. He worked on the movie. He's actually the one that built the Dixie Boy truck stop. He tore it down. He works for the studios. Well, he's under contract. Anything he cleans out, he can't sell, fix, do nothing with.
Right.
So it's just sitting there in one of those lots. Just, it's in worse shape than mine.
But you have the one that actually we see in the movie.
It's the only one that was used throughout the whole movie.
That's awesome.
We're friends with Laura Harrington. She's did a show with us last year.
So you take it out all over the country.
US and Canada.
That's awesome, because people, I have a pretty popular channel, several thousand videos, and people are always commenting like, hey, can you at least find a Maximum Overdrive replica of the truck? And I go, I know where the real one is, and we're gonna go see it someday. So I'm glad that it's here.
Yeah, it's a lot darker. All the shading's
okay.
done.
So you had painted it one color and then repainted, because I read up on your trailer out there and saw that you had got a professional job done.
I have it. Real 80 Days with Jackie Chan.
And you said Cat in the Hat.
Yeah. I've got some of the prototype costumes for Thing 1 and Thing 2.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got 2 or 3 different ones of those. Those are pretty cool.
Oh, it's the world's smallest woman sitting in the mouth.
Yeah.
I just saw she was doing a lot of conventions. Who made who, it says. Here we go, we're gonna see it. I just think this is such a cool story. For a really cool concept and a cool movie. I love the movie.
We designed and printed all this out ourselves.
Looks great. Come on in. I love that you have it built into where people can just walk in and see it.
We do a lot of outdoor events.
Wow. That is awesome.
Let me turn on the eyes. This folds down and it's on wheels so I can take it into different places.
Oh, that is so cool, man. You have to be proud of yourself for this.
Well, I'm happy I'm the keeper of it.
That is so freaking cool.
It almost didn't end up the way it is. I was restoring this thing and I spent every night and weekend for 2 years restoring it. And a buddy of mine on Facebook said, man, where you been? And I'm like, I've been working on a project. What kind of project? I said, a Goblin project. What are you talking about, man? So that's where I came up with the Goblin project.
Ah.
And so I told him, he's like, man, are you going to be at Horror Hound in Cincinnati? I go, what's that? I'd never heard of horror cons, Comic Cons, or nothing.
Yeah.
So he told me, I said, I don't know. I said, I don't even have a trailer. So he told me who to get a hold of, so I did. He goes, man, he says, we're already booked solid. He said, but I'll put you at the end of the hallway. So I painted it on a Sunday. The following Friday, I was in Cincinnati unloading. I had to pay a buddy of mine to take it down and then bring it back.
Wow.
And all weekend, the biggest question I got is, where are you going next?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no
home.
kidding, really.
You know, home. I mean, this is fun, but...
Did you keep any tally as to how many people came by to take a photo with it or of it? Just out of curiosity for your own...
The only thing I had to sell was Goblin dust and photo ops, which is $10 for a photo op. I made $1,500 that weekend in photo ops and Goblin dust.
Wow. Have you got a chance to go to any conventions that Emilio is at, or does he go to very many of them?
They offered him $35,000 to be there that weekend. He told him no.
Man, that is too bad. Just a photo with that would be so cool.
He knows who I am.
And his father, being a Dayton guy, being in Ohio.
Cincinnati now.
Yeah. Oh, does he really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you would think, you'd think it's about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive away.
His dad still lives there in Kettering.
Wow. Man, come on, Emilio. Make your way out here.
I mean, I told him, I'm like, man, I'll bring the trailer to you. You can walk in. I just want to get a picture of you with it and get you to sign it. I've got Mr. Esposito signed it.
That is so cool.
Video game player.
Well, you know what you got to do? You got to go to Stephen King's house with this thing.
Well,
show up on his front lawn and...
I've thought about that.
I mean, honestly, I know it's a crazy thing, but if you called the news and stuff, you'd get some pretty good attention and some press.
I've got a lot of people.
He'd have to come out and see it and look at it.
I got a lot of people wanting me to bring it up. He lives in Florida a lot now, though, too.
Oh, does he? Okay.
Probably just the winter time, I'm guessing.
Do you find? I mean, do you when it? I like how you built it because you made it so it can go and be mobile. Is that the eternal plan for it, or do you eventually just want to have it in one place where people have to come to it?
Well, when I get my museum open, it'll be home.
Okay, then people will come here.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't, because I was going to say some people don't like that kind of travel. They don't want to take that kind of risk. And with the trailer that you have, it's no secret what's inside. So
I mean,
that is just too cool.
Steal it, but it would be quite noticeable going down the road. And I've got tracking devices in the fiberglass and in other places. It'd be hard to...
You just don't want them to, do anything, any kind of just trashing it or anything.
And I worry about wrecking it, going down the highway. I've had idiot drivers, out there.
Yeah, it's nice that you take it out now, but I agree with you. I think when you get it in one place, I think you're much better off. And make people come out for a destination drive to see it.
I had a guy and his girlfriend fly here from England in 2018 to see it. Come out and shot a documentary, which is on their Blu-ray release of this worldwide.
Oh, cool.
I got a 10-minute documentary called Goblin Resurrect Us.
Surprised you hadn't had some museum or some place somewhere try and offer to buy it from you now that it's all done.
Prop Store of London has been trying to get me to let them auction it. I was just made an offer the other day for yesterday actually, for a lot of money.
It's got to be such a labor of love now that you're attached to it, I would think.
I've told everybody it's not about the money. I mean, everybody could always use extra money.
Yeah.
But so many people that have wanted this from me, I asked them, first thing, I'm like, what would you do with it if you had it?
Yeah.
It would be in my personal collection.
So nobody'd ever see it anyway.
It's like you're never going to own it because my goal from the beginning has been to share with as many people as I can. Oh, back to my story in Cincinnati at my first show. So everybody wanted to know, where you're going next. I'm like, hey, I got a life, family and stuff.
Yeah.
And Sunday morning, this little girl, about 13 years old, come running. She was the first one back to me that morning. Come running down the hallway towards me crying. And she ran up and wrapped her arms around me. I'm like, what's wrong, honey? And she said, thank you so much for restoring this. And right then and there, I made up my mind that I've got to start doing this. So I searched around and I went to Virginia that week and bought me a 16-foot trailer. And I think I did 13 shows my first year. 14-hour trip to Florida, come home. The next weekend I was 14 hours up to Maine. Did one. So when I do outdoor events, the TV's playing the movie.
Yeah, and you've got bumper stickers and little things here. That's cool.
I've got air and heat in here and all that.
Oh, cool. You make your own magnets and
things like that.
Same
materials, what's used on car magnets, the heavy duty stuff, not that thin stuff. And we also
even skateboards. Wow.
The Jack in the Box from the movie.
Oh, you do? No kidding.
I'm making 50 of those. Dixie Boy signs, those are 3D printed. I designed and print those.
Oh, yeah.
Not this one, but this here. And a friend of mine made this and gave it to me when I was in Pennsylvania last year.
So you're going to have how many of these Jack in the Boxes?
Limited to 50. We've got about 12 left to sell.
Okay.
And these signs are limited to 50. The Jack in the Box are 350 a piece and 125.
And all handmade.
Yeah.
Wow.
I actually, that is the exact Jack in the Box I use. Somebody said, well, you're lying, man. You don't know what they use. They only show it from the lid up. If you stop it before he opens the curtain, you can see through the curtain. It's a burlap curtain. And you can see the clown on the front. That's the one they used. So I scour eBay, Etsy, everywhere looking for Jack in the Box. I buy them up. I put all brand new, print and put brand new labels on them. I make the goblin head, paint it. My wife makes the clothing for it, and then I put them all back together. And then on the bottom, it's got a round decal that it tells what number it is of 50, and then I sign it and date it. See, it's printed number 1 of 50, and then I sign and date it.
Very cool.
And all the decals on the outside are new decals I print. This is set for a while, so it might not.
That's great. So you make all of your own merchandise and stuff here in-house, including this. This is a limited edition of 1 of 50. I'm gonna go ahead and get one of these shirts while I'm here and help support the cause, and it has 3 different ones, so we'll see which one I like. I'm not gonna take it out of the package, but I did buy one. The front of it is this movie poster style, and the back of it is the back of the same one he's wearing. This is the back of my shirt. Well, my friends, we're gonna call it a day. We apparently got out here before the museum is technically open, but we got to see the Maximum Overdrive Goblin face, and that's what I wanted to see, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great night, and goodbye.